Moving Ahead Together, or MAT for short, was registered by attorney Audrey Matura back in September, but was officially launched on November 26th. Its goal is creating positive changes for a better Belize.
On Emancipation Day this year, I was in bed and I'm thinking, look at all the things happening in our country. We have a failed opposition. Our leaders, they seem so petty. We have issues about how we should use our natural resources. We have issues about health, the crises. We have crime, all these things. And so many people on Facebook crying about it. And I said, I have always been one very vocal, but I want to do more. So the following day, I just put a post up. And I said, I would like to form a movement. And if you go on my Facebook, you'll find the post. Who is willing? Are you willing to make the sacrifice? Basically, I said. And I was shocked. I said, inbox me. Look, in less than an hour, I got 16 inboxes. I couldn't even respond. Before the night was out, I had over 100. And I said, well, I'll cap it to 100. Let me get a 100 working group. You all have to know these are literally all strangers. It's not people I've met, I've known. We are meeting here for the first time. We've met virtually, but in person for the first time. And I basically said, if you have the same heart I have, if you have the same interests I have, if you love your country and want to make a difference, join.
Most of the members are persons who are new to activism, but believe that they can be a part of the change that the country needs. Suamara Garcia is a teacher from Dangriga, and Dwight Crawford is an accounts manager from San Jose Socots, but living and working in San Pedro. They shared their perspectives.
And I just think that my generation is not involved in these movements, if I could put it that way. And I would surely like to be a mentor to my generation and to encourage them to be a part, to stand up. Many times I see like the BNTU where I don't think they have the support of the people, and I want to be a part of things like that, to support those that are fighting for change within our country.
My expectation is that hopefully we see development, not individual but community-wise, in terms of our women, our youth, our infrastructure, and in whatever area it is that we can improve our country, because ultimately Belize is ours, and whatever we do should be for the benefit of Belize. I come from a very large family, very big people. I'm the youngest child in my family, and so I'm not intimidated by people nor by size, like I normally tell my students. I'm the smallest in my family, so numbers and size don't intimidate me. And I have my passion for what I believe in, so if I believe in something, I go 1,000%.
The keynote speaker was Senator Elena Smith, president of the Belize National Teachers Union, who has organized protests against corruption and successfully negotiated for good governance and more. But being a government watchdog is not without its challenges, some of which Smith shared with members of the newly formed People's Movement.
When you do these things, it comes with pushback. And if you're not prepared for the pushback, then you're going to fall aside. And when we have these movements, we don't want people who are going to be starting and then stopping halfway because they get frightened, they get scared, somebody threatens them, somebody begins to bully them. You have to have that courage, to understand that, listen, this is a part of this journey, and if I will take this journey seriously, then I must understand that it comes with those things.
Share with us some of those challenges that you have faced.
It's been quite a lot. While I was on strike, my house was broken into. My documents were stolen. I've received death threats. I've had persons who've come to me to say, listen, I'm coming from a party meeting and this is the discussion, and so there are guys who are out there to get you. My children have been targeted. But as I said, that's a part of you being an activist, of you doing your work.
I know what it is to be a single mother. I know what it is to be dragged through the family court. I know what it is to be locked up. I know what it is to be imprisoned. I know what it is to be called names and attacked. I know what it is to be threatened. I know what it is to stand on my own. I can feel the compassion for people who are homeless, because I know what that is, to whether you all believe that or not, who are hungry. I can feel the compassion for the women who can see their children dying and don't have the ways of getting them the best health care. For the man who is trying to get a job and doesn't know how he'll feed his children, I have the human experience.
Founder Audrey Matura speaks about some of the fundamental issues guiding the organization.
I think no matter which party is in, you're entitled to your land, you're entitled to your job, you're entitled to good health care, you're entitled to proper schooling for your kids. There's just so much in my mind that I would want to see better for my country, and I know we can do it. But I can't do it alone. So a group of 100 strangers have come together, and we call ourselves the First 100.
According to Matura, MAT will be supported through fundraisers and assistance from the diaspora. Duane, Moody for News 5.